All right. Welcome back, everybody, to today's second installment of Halloween at the Manor. As a quick recap, the party was given their mission from Laurel Silverhand over at the Yawning Portal. They set out to do a quick meditation at the cemetery, where they almost murdered a teenager, which is fine. He had it coming. And they've just now arrived at the castleantern estate. There seems to be some sort of garden party happening for the children. They've arrived to what appears to be some long-toothed fellow dressed all in black, telling them that they're too late for dinner, and another party has already passed them by on the walkway. And that's where we're picking things up from there. So you guys approach, and this guy smiles down at you with his sharp, pointy teeth glistening in the candlelight behind him, and he says, "Good evening. If you've arrived for dinner, you are too late." Alright, so Otzi, you were saying?
Mayan's just upset because of what happened in the graveyard. Don't worry about that.
I will not.
Is it possible to roll an investigation check on this bouncer guy? He's kind of sus at the moment,
15. So you roll. You look him up and down, and it's a very elaborate vampire costume, but it's just a regular old butler from what you can tell.
Okay. Alright, he's good. He's
also putting on a very bad vampire Bavarian Transylvanian accent.
I want to suck your blood.
Yes, I am sorry. If you have your invitations, perhaps I can see if you can attend later. And he holds out his hand.
He shakes his hand.
So we hand over what we were given, or I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, hand over the invitation, slam it down in his hand.
Okay. So as you hand it to him, his eyes kind of go wide. As embossed on that is the seal of Laurel Silverhand, and in gold letters across the top, all capital, says VIP admittance. And it was the four guest passes that Laurel Silverhand herself received. So her or some of her archmages could come and attend the party, but she decided to send you. Oh, my forgiveness. I did not realize you were, how you say, Madam Silverhand's VIPs. Please, come inside. So you come inside, and he ushers you inside, and he closes the heavy oak door behind you. And you see yourself in a beautifully decorated hallway. The furniture, well, is all wood, antique looking, and it's decorated for Halloween. There's, fake spiders and bats and cobwebs hanging from everywhere. There are candles and candelabras lighting everything. And as you come in, a mummy approaches carrying a tray of goblets, each filled with a brimming red liquid. He says, "Care for some vine?"
I will have some vine. So take it. Big drink.
Okay.
Vines grow on.
So everyone.
Mayim politely declines.
He says, "Please, I insist." And he holds the glass closer to Mayim.
Can I cast detect magic on the vine?
You can cast detect magic on the vine.
Thanks.
Denver, you chug yours down, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your passive perception again? You were 11, I think?
13.
13. Yeah, you definitely detect magic. That wine just lights up.
I sigh and give a look to the knight over here who just went ahead and drank spiked wine.
Danny, I am going to need from you, please.
Oh no.
A Constitution save, a Wisdom save, and an intelligence save.
Oh dear.
Are you kidding me? Are you joking?
As you're draining the glass, all of you look over and you see a little girl about the age of 6 in a light blue dress over at the far corner of the hallway, and she's just shaking her head, going like this.
So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for intelligence first. Do a saving roll. I got
Okay.
4.
So you got 4, 13, and 21.
Yeah.
Okay. So you save on your wisdom and con saves, but you failed your intelligence.
So what does that mean for me? Am I dumb now?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you when it comes up.
Can I go for another drink?
Sure, they offer you mimes.
Listen, dum-dum, and I take the glass and like, stop drinking on the job.
Did you actually drink Mayim's glass as well?
Or did Ren stop you?
Because if you do, I'm gonna need you to remake your saves.
I'm not drinking anything anymore. I've had enough. It was good wine, though. It was good wine.
It's the little girl watching Canterbury chug down a glass of expensive wine, disappears around the corner down the hallway.
Do we all notice that? Or does
Yeah.
just... Okay.
Everybody noticed that, yeah.
I want to follow her.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a moment. So the rest of what you see in this room from there is down to the west also to the left of you from where you've come in. You see a closed wooden door, and you can hear faint sounds coming from that direction. On the northern wall, a little bit towards the east, stands another closed wooden door at the end of the hall where the girl was standing. The hallway wraps around the corner, which is where the girl went. And the money collecting the empty glass back from Canterbury and leaving everyone else holding theirs, and still holding the one that Mayim politely refused. Says, "Please, follow me to the dining room. Supper has been served already, but I will ask the kitchen to bring you out your plates. This way, please." And with that, he just takes off towards the west, the door that you could hear the voices kind of coming from. Down towards your left on the west side of the hallway there. The mummy kind of opens up the door, and you see a party of people behind there, and there's music, and there's dancing, and there's people sitting around, and you can hear a lot of voices and a lot of... Sounds like a pretty damn good time coming from the room, and the mummy sort of sits there watching you guys and says, "Please, this way."
So he doesn't need to eat or drink, so he's gonna go see what that kid wanted.
Okay. So Otzi wants to follow the kid.
I think I'm gonna make some stupid excuse about needing to use the bathroom and also go follow the kid.
Mayim will go towards the party with the butler guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go stay in the party because I don't know what my drink's been spiked with, but if I'm already spiked, then I suppose I can't be spiked more from food, can I? You know, in for a dime, in for a dollar here, folks.
Mayim wants to be polite. It's rude to follow random children into unknown rooms.
We are gonna follow the child first because fayebaae was the first to speak up with what she wanted to do. So we're gonna go around that, and then we'll pause there, and we'll come back to the dining room in a few minutes. Does that work?
Okay.
So, Otzi and Ren, rounding the corner, you see a hallway with the door ajar on the right side. A closed wooden door on the left, about halfway down the hall. At the end of the hall is another wooden door with a heavy brass lock set into it. Then the hallway wraps around yet another corner towards the right at the end of the hall. At the far end of the hall, standing by the door with a lock, is the girl in a blue dress.
Well, I walk to the spooky child.
Okay.
Otzi's eyeing that door pretty hard because Otzi doesn't trust doors. Because doors are scary because you never know what's beyond them. In Otzi's time, we didn't have doors. Doors kind of freak Otzi out.
Is it spooky action at a distance? Nobody.
Is Otzi
Very nice.
scared of the door because it's just a table that's upright?
Oh, doors are mysterious. You never know what's beyond them. You know, they have their secrets. Nazi doesn't like that.
Ooh.
So he's got his hand on his spear as he approaches.
Oh my god, he's armed now.
Otzi, give me an investigation on the door, and Ren, what's your passive perception again, please?
13.
You approach the spooky little girl, and you kind of get the sense that something's not quite right about her, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Nazi investigated the door with a 21, by the way.
The 21. Otzi, this is... You don't have much experience with doors, but this is a pretty solid door. It seems to be thicker than the one you encountered at the tavern. It has this really huge metal type of lock on it, and it doesn't seem to wanna... It seems dead set in being a closed door.
It's
I love
clearly unfriendly. So
I
Otzi
love
is-
that.
Definitely an unfriendly door.
Roll a 21 and
This
oh yeah, it's a
is
solid
an unfriendly
door.
door.
It says, "Hello, small child. What are you doing here?"
I look to the child and I'm like, so I ask her what her name. It's a girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ask her what her name is.
Okay. So now that you're closer to her, you can see that she's got long, dark hair. Cascades down to about halfway down her back. She has large, dark black eyes. Very, very pale skin. Practically translucent almost. Which is... One thing that seems really weird is that you can't really tell where her skin begins and where the dress begins. It all seems to be one and the same. And she doesn't answer you, but she does sort of lock eyes with Otzi. And Otzi, in your head, you just hear like, "You don't breathe. Can you understand me?"
Otzi is going to respond using his own telepathy. Says, "That's correct. I don't breathe. I certainly can understand you."
She says, "Please, you need to help me. I haven't been able to communicate with any of the other guests. You're the only one I've been able to speak to. You need to help. Everyone is in grave danger.
Is
You
everyone in
must
grave
help.
danger?
You have to stop the castleanterns before they hurt anyone else. It's in the basement. That's where it is. You have to hurry. There isn't much time left.
I completely understand. I only have one question, and that is, what is a basement?
You know, under here, through here, through the door. It's down there." With that, we're gonna put a pin into Otzi and Ren's story with the creepy little ghost girl. Not that she's a ghost. Who
I
said that?
hope they don't die.
And we're gonna head back to a night of Canterbury and Mayim, entering into the dining room to sit down for supper.
Okie dokie.
Yum 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 yum.
So, you enter the dining room and you see a large group of about 40 to 50 diners sitting around the table. Another 20 to 30 or so are up and dancing around the room, and you feel a subtle thumping in the back of your mind and chest, kind of like the feel of a bass drum, just kind of in tune. It's almost like it's keeping a beat. Over on the left side here, you see a set of double doors on the left wall, and the mummy there disappears through those doors and says, "I'll be back with your supper." See heavy black curtains hanging over all the large windows at the back of the room here that would normally look out under the garden where the children's party is set up. But they're all closed. The only light in here comes from the candles on the table and a couple jack-o'-lanterns that have been spread out across the room. And on the far right wall, you see a dumbwaiter.
Where are we getting motion to sit down?
You've just been motioned to sit anywhere at the table.
Can I?
Night of Canterbury. Everything is great. This looks like a wonderful party, a wonderful place to sit down.
Okay.
Mayim, something doesn't feel right to you.
Okay.
Let's grab a seat, shall we? Let's have a grand time here.
Mayim would like to do an Arcana check.
Okay. Give me your Arcana check.
6.
6. No magic in here.
Okay. Mayim is uneasy.
Mayim isn't easy. It's really that pulsing you feel. It doesn't feel right. Danny, you quite like it.
Okay. Can I? Well, my character, a nickname Canterbury, is entranced by the atmosphere here, and says, "What's that smell? I smell something fabulous." So, is it possible I can do a check, like just a simple investigation check for smell? What's the smell like in the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Investigation. I got 17.
17 to investigate the smells in the room. But Knight of Canterbury, what's your background? You're a paladin, right? What
Yeah.
god do you follow, and did you ever do any
I think
work
I have
for the
to have-
church? Anything like
I
that?
have this written down on my profile. Let me bring it up. So, a knight named Canterbury is kind of sort of disgraced. What happened was...
Can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why. He's weird either. He used to own a bed and breakfast, right? That's his story. He used to own a bed and breakfast. For this is that God smited the bed and breakfast with a bolt of lightning one day. He got really angry at it, so he said he went to the local priest, and the priest told him the only way to get revenge on God is to go to heaven, right? But a knight named Canterbury doesn't want to die, right? Just yet. So he's devoting his life as a paladin until he can die, go to heaven, and confront God about burning in his bed and breakfast. He's on
Perfect.
a revenge quest.
So, knight named Canterbury, you take a big ol' breathing it in, you're ready to hear all the delicious scents and smells of dinner, maybe the sweat from the dancers, the candles.
The reeks
You
of
get
the
none of- It reeks of nothing. There is no scent of food in this room. There's no scent of sweat. There's no scent of people. There's only the faint, almost...
I don't smell anything here. It smells a bit like nothing to me.
It does smell a bit like the sensation you had when God smited your B&B.
So it smells like burning in anger.
It smells more like... not anger, but it smells like... emotion.
Emotion?
If you can classify emotion as a scent.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm vibing with that.
But it is not smelling like what it should smell like.
Mayim, did I ever tell you that I used to own a B&B?
Mayim snapped out of her
Go over there? Oh, it looks like I go
confusion
over there later.
and ease and looks at a knight named Canterbury.
Canterbury.
Yeah. Okay, so Mayim snapped out of
I
her.
only know by your full name.
So she snapped and she looks at and says, No, what? No, I did not know that.
Don't know why, but it just came to mind just now. I don't know why, it just on my mind. After, it smells like it almost does.
Mayim is a bit confused and takes a big giant whiff because she didn't smell anything about a burning B&B. 18.
18, Mime, you also take a big whiff, and similar to Canterbury, you don't smell any food, any drink, any odors that would be found with like 80 people into a dining room dancing around. It just smells kind of... there's a weird sort of arcane tingle to the atmosphere around you, which is weird because you didn't pick up on it when you did your Arcana check, but because Mayim's a bard and a water genasi, she's a little more in tune with it. But there's this weird sort of magical smell/taste to the air. While Mayim thinks, we're gonna put a pin in your story and go back to the other party at the door.
We just walked in and smelled the room, and that's it.
All they did was go in and inspect the door. You split the party, you get half segments. So guys, you're back at the door, and the little girl is pleading with you for help.
And I can't hear any of this, right? This is all happening telepathically?
You're just watching the two of these locked eyes. You asked her name, she looked at you, and immediately turned to stare Otzi in the eyes instead.
Okay.
Super rude.
Very.
Otzi, looks to the girl and says, "Okay, so I will. You have my absolute total support. I am a skilled adventurer. One time I killed a saber-toothed tiger with myself and a few of my buddies, and that was pretty great. I do not know what a basement is, and I'm pretty afraid of that door. But I am totally game to help."
That's great. Oh, that's so cool! And her eyes kind of go wide, and her face gets that like expression of awe when you're talking about how you killed a saber-toothed tiger, even though she doesn't really know what it is. It sounds important. She's like, you must be super strong. I'm sure you guys can handle whatever's down there.
Okay. Can you communicate with my friend here too? Just me.
I don't know. I've never been able to communicate with anyone alive before.
Oh, I'm not alive. That's the thing. I'm what's called a reborn. Yeah, like I was alive for a while, and then I died, and then 10,000 years, I came back, and here I am. So that makes sense. That's why we can communicate. That's neat. That's quite fun.
Oh. I don't know if it's neat. I'm sort of stuck on this plane, unable to move on.
That's less neat. Yes. But that is. Do you mind if I just sort of translate what you say to my friend here, just with my own telepathy, just so that so that she can also be involved in the conversation?
Sure.
All right. Well,
Ding, ding, ding.
it's like a weird tickly sensation I've never had before, but like I'm following. Got it. So I'm able to hear everything. Can I ask her questions and you ask her for me?
One of these kind of like conference called the minds together.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
So not Otzi. I'm sorry.
Right.
So I want to ask the girl, like, oh, you know.
Oh my god, we just won that!
She's given everyone the side eye now.
We're gonna help, like, kill you.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
This is the darkest timeline, guys. This is the darkest timeline, clearly. So, that thing about us being the good guys.
The protagonists.
We are
Yeah,
the
I'm a great neutral. Do we get to, like, murder other things?
Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave.
Otzi is going to attempt to use his telepathy to contact Mayim. It has a range of 120 feet.
Oh, that's a sure.
Okay. Yeah, you can 100% reach Mayim.
All right. And Otzi is going to telepathically communicate to Mayim and say, "Hello, Mayim. This is Otzi. There are more who require murder, and we have to deal with that."
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
You can ask Ren. She knows all about it.
So-
She'll fill you in.
Mayim, when she hears this, lets out like a and then tries to cover it up because she's then uneasy and knows something's weird with a cough. So it's like
Furthermore, there is something called a basement, which I believe is a terrifying monster. It lives underground, and we must kill it too. Yes, because you know how they describe this as a party? Well, apparently it's more like a hunting party, which I'm quite familiar with, from back in the day. So that's what's happening over here. How are you?
Mayim did not hear anything she like heard it, but she didn't process anything after more need to die. And at that moment, like looked over at a knight named Canterbury and point, like kind of not tries to nonchalantly point, kind of like, oh, I'm just stretching a little bit, but points over at him and uses message to relay that there is something amiss here and we need to get out.
Okay. I don't know how I'm going to interpret that, but I think she wants to dance. You know, swinging arms like that. So I'm going to make my way up to the dance floor and just start boogieing because I'm having a good time. It smells like my old B&B, but nostalgic. I've had a good drink in me. I want some more, but some people took it away from me. And I want to go boogie now. That's all that's on in Canterbury's mind.
Full performance.
Telephone.
Full performance. Oh man, I'm about to start breakdancing here, fellas. Natural 20.
You gotta get out the middle. Like, step away, step away, step away.
Oh my god.
Study your voice.
And you just fucking. It's like magic is working through you. You are just busting out every move. Things you didn't think your body could handle. You're doing it. You're spinning around. You got like 8 spins on the top of your head. You get up.
On my helmet.
Strike your finishing pose, and nobody reacts whatsoever. They all just keep dancing and eating and doing what they were doing. It's like you didn't even give the performance of a lifetime for them.
They didn't notice. They didn't notice that I danced my heart out over here. I could be on America's Got Talent, and I'd win 100% for sure. 100% a knight named Canterbury would go to this finals.
So did Mayim didn't notice this either? Like, wasn't really...
Mayim, you noticed him busting a move. You were quite impressed.
Oh, okay. Mayim, while impressed, and confused, uses message again and says, seriously, that was amazing, but I think we need to go. Can we kindly like step back out of the room?
Okay, alright, so Canterbury gets up and goes, fine.
Okay, so Mayim backs up a little bit, so she's not like turning right around to see if anyone like is looking weird or anyone's noticing anything funny, and if no one is, going to turn around and nonchalantly walk back out.
Nope, nobody seems to be paying any attention to Mayim or a knight of Canterbury.
Okay, Mayim walks out and starts looking for Ren and Otzi.
Can I lean over to Mayim for a sec, like a nudge, or whisper, and just say, "How are my dance moves? Huh? Were they good?"
Mayim very distractedly says, "Yes, they were fantastic."
Okay, I'm proud of myself.
As the two of you step out of the room, that subtle beat that you were feeling in your head and chest seems to dissipate, and you no longer feel it as you step back into the hallway. So you make your way back over to where Otzi and Ren are, in front of the basement door, and you pass the same things they saw. You pass the door on the wall before you go around the corner. You see the open door to the sitting room. You see the door to the left. You see the two of them down at the end of the hall by the basement door. And you see a little girl in a blue dress locking eyes with Otzi as you approach. They're all standing in a little triangle, with Ren looking at Otzi looking at the girl.
Does Mayim notice anything odd about her? Or no, just looks like a girl to Mayim.
You have 16 passive perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you notice that 1, she's translucent. 2, her dress and skin appear to be the same level. They're not separate. And 2, she's not actually standing on the floor so much as floating a couple inches above it.
Has Mayim seen this before? Does she know what this is, or no? Just notes that it's odd.
Full history. don't know. Well, you tell me. What's Mime's backstory? Would she have encountered anything of this nature
She's
in her
been
past?
so she's been going around to the different deity temples to try to understand, to try to find the meaning of life and why things exist. So she's definitely gone through multiple different stories and legends and hasn't found anything satisfactory up to this point, and also rolled a dirty 21 for a history check.
Oh, yeah. She is a spirit. Not quite a ghost in the sense that she's evil or looking to cause harm, but more so this is somebody that was magically killed at some point, and for whatever reason her essence was latched on to a certain space or people and has been tied to this plane, not knowing rest.
So she's looks at the spirit and says, "Oh, you're a spirit. Oh dear." And I assume she knows enough to know she won't be able to communicate with her.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like,
From what you've heard.
so I understand. So she starts saying, "Oh, I've never met a spirit before. I understand. I can't. Oh, it's gonna be hard. I don't know how. I can't speak with you. I'm very sorry. I mean, but wait." And then she looks at Otzi and says, "But how did you know what? I'm confused." And Mayim's like trying to process what is going on because it seems like Otzi knew things and processes for a moment and says, were spirits more common in your time, Otzi?
Oh, well, there were some, but technically, as I am dead, and have my own telepathic capabilities, well, undead, like me, but, you know, I'm able to communicate with her. So I'm happy to provide any translation. So, you know, I can say something and then I'll translate it to her, and then she'll say something and I'll translate it back, you know, just using telepathy. So, yeah, you can communicate with her through me, if you like.
Mayim looks between the spirit and Otzi, takes a deep breath in, holds it for 3 seconds, and then takes a deep breath out, and says, "Yup! Crystal clear."
Excellent.
Mayim tries to look around, like thinks about for a moment and says, "What? Okay, I think we need some understanding of what's happening, and I think that maybe there's gonna need to be some extra meditation tonight, but until then, something is amiss, for sure amiss."
So I believe the castleanterns killed her. That is an issue, perhaps.
Maybe a small issue. I think we should go kill the castleanterns as revenge.
Does Mayim know anything about this family, having lived in Waterdeep?
Just what Laurel Silverhand sort of relayed at the beginning, which is the Castlanterns recently moved to Waterdeep. They'd sort of been moving from city to city, town to town. So all Mayim's heard about, sort of word on the street, is that there's the rather eccentric nobles Amalia and Victoro Castleanter. And they keep to themselves, but they throw outrageous parties every now and again. The culminating one is always their Halloween party, which is just said to be the bomb.
Otzi doesn't know what a bomb is.
Okay,
Oh,
so
what?
I don't think
Amazing.
did we find their
Best fun.
name? Well, if there's any, I think, did we learn their names last session?
No, you did not.
Okay, so
They're only
I
just referred to as the Castlanters.
okay, so I convey the little bit of extra knowledge that I know now that I think it's relevant, that might be relevant. I'm like, I know, so these Castleanterns are new to town, and I mean, I know their names are Amelia and Victoro, but I don't know anything else. Why would they kill a small child? That doesn't... Why would anybody kill a small child?
Can I interrupt here? and ask the little ghost kid, whatever her name is, I forgot, for directions around the castle. Because I feel like if she already knows her way around this place, we could use her for information.
Sure. She says, yeah, you gotta go down to the basement, and she points at the door.
Okay. Now, little one here, is there anything in the basement that could kill us?
Yeah.
What type of things?
Well, there's the castlanterns, and it.
What's it?
It. I don't know what it is. It's super scary and makes people feel funny, and it's definitely gonna kill you.
Gather around, fellas, gather around. Does anybody have any of those candies left? No one? No candies from our trick-or-treating days? No one? No candies?
Last I knew, they were in your helmet.
Yeah, I know. Kinda got my helmet on, though, so it's kinda sticky up in there. Do we have anything we can... We need more information. We need more information about it before we go down a basement and get our shit kicked in, politely. Is there anything, is there anything in the environment we can investigate?
Can I do like through all this, like rack my brain to see if there's any, like, doing a religion check, if there's anything that I have like heard or seen or rumors or legends in all of my travels? A dirty 23.
It's a very rudimentary description given by a child that defines some sort of being as it that makes people feel funny. And you're also basing this on that weird sensation you got from when you were in the dining room. But you think that this might be somehow tied into one of the demon lords with the cert from the 9 hells, but you're not quite sure which one it is based on the information you have so far.
Okay, I swallow hard, and the color drains from my face as it dawns on me that this might be something to do with the demon lords, and I say to everyone in the group in a quiet, sort of terrified voice, has anybody here dealt with the demon lords of the 9 realms of hell?
Otzi can make a religion check.
Because I feel like he might actually know a decent amount about the demon lords.
I think Otzi might. So you know what? Otzi, do it with advantage because...
Alright. So that is religion. Otzi is going to use knowledge from a past life to add an extra d6 to it. Gets it up to 17.
17. From what you're thinking, okay, party, people feel funny, all these things, demon lords. You're piecing it together, and the only demon you know that likes to party, Gratzt, the Dark Prince of Pleasure. So your guess would he's probably involved in this somehow.
Otzi is going to... would Otzi have a rough idea of who Gratzt is? Like, his deal is?
Yeah. Gratz loves to party. His whole business is trying to corrupt anything and everyone into dark, painful pleasures. He takes pleasure among anything, and he tries to corrupt anything that's good. If there's a healthy relationship, he'll try to turn that and corrupt it under the guise of it's fun and for partying and pleasure and get all into this stuff. And he's into some really kinky shit.
Otzi is concerned. I don't think Otzi would know what the word kinky means, nor is he particularly eager to find out.
Yep.
So Otzi is going to spend, however, because he's now quite concerned, 2 power points to cast Mastery of Force with Inertial Armor and put a protective barrier around him, which raises his armor class by 2.
Okay. Excellent choice.
For the next 8 hours. And then Otzi communicates what he recalls.
Okay, Mayim is now very concerned and disturbed by the involvement of a child in all of this. Mayim looks at Otzi, who seems to have more knowledge, and says, "Do you have any idea what it could be in the basement, though? Like what the creature or magical spell could be in the basement?"
Not specifically. However, in back in the old days, 10,000 years ago, we had some sayings, and one of those sayings was, sometimes you just have to murder everything you see, and I think this might be one of those situations, because I don't quite understand.
Agree.
While I don't quite understand everything, I feel like the castleanterns are really, really terrible people.
Mayim
Yeah.
notably shudders at the word murder,
Moida.
but doesn't say anything.
I think we should go investigate this basement and see what this it thing is once and for all. And if it's hostile, I say we stab it. We stab it a lot until it stops moving. That is my proposition.
Mayim is not thrilled with the idea of stabbing things, but also is not thrilled with the idea that a child has been killed from what seems to be some sort of adult entertainment-y thing that she doesn't want anything to do with. And so she very hesitantly goes to try to push on the door that looks like it's going to the basement.
Does not open.
Can I ask the spooky child where, if there's a key and where it is?
She says, "Yep, there's the key. It's in one of the rooms." Castellanterns always hide keys around.
Okay.
Can I go investigate one of the rooms in this hallway?
Sure. So in this hallway, there's this door in front of you, which she now knows leads to the basement. There was the door that was ajar. There was a closed door on the left wall, and there's another hallway takes another turn at this juncture, leads down a bit, and there's another door along the right side wall down that hallway as well. So you gotta choose which one you want to go into. There's also that door that in the same hallway as the dining room that was closed, which is closer to the front door where you came in.
I guess into the ajar one?
Okay. Are you going in by yourself, or is anyone going in with her?
I can volunteer to go in with her.
Mayim's gonna wait out in the hallway for now.
Okay.
Otzi will wait, too.
Alright.
Otzi and Mime are gonna wait.
2 people it is then.
Okay. So you go into the door that's ajar,
A joker.
and you enter ajar, and you enter into what looks to be a sitting room. This room is not decorated for Halloween, but it does hold beautiful furniture, couches, love seats, solid mahogany tables, all polished to a mere shine. An ornate rug lies in the middle of the room, and a sword hangs above the fireplace on the far wall. Heavy black curtains cover all the windows in this room, and as you enter, the door shuts behind you and you hear a loud click sound.
Oh no! Oh no!
And a voice from behind you speaks out, "Trespassers, you have entered into a restricted zone. I will give you 3 chances to answer my riddle. fail, and you will die.
Oh,
None
come
shall
on.
escape its grasp. Advance when you are ready.
Okay. Right, listen.
And if you turned around to see what was talking to you, you see the bust of a sphinx at the top of the doorway that, as you entered, became animated and spoke to you.
Can I turn to it and be like, oh my god, is this not the bathroom? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just got a little turned around.
See?
Oopsie.
It makes no response.
Shit.
Can I
Well,
try and chuck my helmet at it and see if it breaks?
Go for it.
Okay. Do I have to roll anything for it?
Yep, roll for an attack. It clangs off harmlessly.
Bing! Flies right off.
Thing just rolls back to your feet.
Put it back on my head, nice and snug. Smells like
Yeah,
candy.
it makes no response.
Well, before we answer this riddle, because apparently that's all we're gonna get to do, can I like look around the room and see if there's a key in here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Give me.
I'll deal with you in a
investigation.
second. Hold on.
Is it possible to investigate the sword on the wall at the back of the room?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll roll investigation. Because
Investigate it. And Ren, you're investigating the room or the room itself? Looking for a key?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your roll?
10.
10.
I got
Yours-
15.
15. Okay. So, Ren, you search around the room, and it looks like a fairly ordinary sitting room. You're going around, you're opening things up, and finally kind of come to an end table there. And as you try to open up one of the drawers, it gets a little bit stuck. So you finally give it a good yank. The drawer comes flying out, and you see that there was another hidden compartment right underneath that door, and inside sits a little silver key.
Key!
We did it!
Canterbury,
Yes.
you pick up the sword, and it seems to be, a pretty chill longsword. Nothing,
Okay. Nothing special
particular about it. It's got some weird runes written on the hill.
Can I potentially do like a magic check, like an arcana check? See if I don't know if I can read runes though, to be honest.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go.
Give me an arcana check.
Let's just do this. Come on now. What we got? Oh, come on. I got a 10 in total. Just 10.
You see nothing wrong with it. Seems pretty chill. Just a regular old sword. Nothing to see here.
Well, I'm gonna keep it because I'm like a magpie. I like shiny things.
Okay. Where are you putting it? Just like strapping it to your back kind of thing?
Yeah, just literally strapping it to my back.
Okay. You strap it to your back. Ren, I assume you pick up the key.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Shall we give these riddles a try?
So you approach the door, and the Sphinx the Sphinx bust, I should say, animates again, and it says to you, "Some try to hide, some try to cheat, but time will show we will always meet. Try as you might to guess my name."
Can I put my answer for the riddle? Fate.
The Sphinx closes for a minute, it opens and says, "Wrong.
Oh, God
2
damn it.
tries remain, then death will befall you all."
We're freaking dead.
I'm already dead.
Otzi should have come in the room by himself.
You guys on the other side of the door still hear the riddle being said. It's not that thick of a door.
Okay, so I use message. Do I hear everything that's going on? Like we've heard the whole thing?
You heard a bit of a rustle, and yeah, you heard more or less what was going on.
So I use message.
Speaks in a loud, like, rocky voice.
Oh, okay, so actually I use message to make it clear and say, what the heck is going on in there? Can somebody give me a heads up?
They're having us do riddles. Help! Also, we found a neat sword in here if you want it.
What's a riddle?
Well, it's kind of like, you know, back in the day when you never mind. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Alti, you might be familiar with riddles because it's a sphinx giving the riddle, technically.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll see that. Okay, I can see that.
We always meet. I feel like it's life and death. Like,
It's something prophetic. That's it all I know.
Feels like that Mayim's
like
answer?
the grave or
so Mayim conveys it first to the party. Mayim's like, guys, what do you think? It could be life and death because people try to cheat death and people try to they try to cheat and they try to something, but the two shall always meet. Life and death seem to always meet together. But I don't know if that's a name.
I think death's too easy. Death's too easy an answer.
Could it be table?
I like your thinking.
You hear from the other side of the room. Wrong. One try remains. Before death will befall you all. Some try to hide, some try to cheat. But time will show we always will meet. Try as you might to guess my name. 2 more tries, then death will befall you all.
And this is not a guess. This is just me talking.
Okay.
Is it like the Grim Reaper or something? Does that exist in this world? What do you think, friends? Not the Sphinx, friends?
Yeah, maybe it could be something like death, not a guess, just considering options.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I mean, in all of my travels through the world and talking to different religions, it's always interesting to see that they seem to view life and death as almost 2 sides of the same coin. I feel like it's death. Guys,
You try to cheat death.
yeah, you try to lie and cheat death, but you always meet death.
Is that
All right,
your answer?
Mr. Great Sphinx. Oh, great and handsome that you are. Is it death?
There's a long pause before the Sphinx says, "Today it seems you chose to cheat, but soon enough we all will meet." Then it becomes motionless. You hear a loud click, and the door swings open.
We did
Oh my
it!
god, it was the easy answer.
Don't overthink it!
My god, I was over here like, oh my god. I have no idea.
Hey guys, check out my sword. I'm like, look at it. It's ruined.
Oh, that's right. I have a key.
Mayim
And I
does.
show it to them.
Mayim, like, the minute it opens, just goes over and, like, gives them a big hug and starts, like, being like, I was so worried that you guys weren't gonna make it out!
Okay, it's okay.
I just kind of pat her on the shoulder a little bit, not super comfortable with, like, this whole touching thing, but...
Why would you? And she's just, like, so happy that they're okay. She was so worried that her new friends were gonna be hurt!
Can Otzi try an Arcana check on that sword to see if there's anything specific there, like with the runes or anything?
We good?
Absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
18.
An
what's good?
18 Arcana check on the sword. So, Otzi, you look at the sword and the runes, and it kind of lights up, and you realize, like, hey, this is a flying sword. Upon a magical command, it becomes active and tries to kill people based on its owner's command.
Ooh.
Hey!
Cool.
Tell everyone about that.
Can I try it out? Do I have to say its name or something like that?
No, it would be whoever created that sword in the first place is a recognized owner.
Damn it. I'm gonna keep it on me. I'm gonna keep it on me just in case.
Yeah, it's still a pretty nice longsword. It's very sharp.
I know I'm already bleeding from it. It's stuck into my back.
And with that, so now you've found the key, you know where you need to go, you solved the Sphinx's riddle. We'll call it there for now, and we'll pick it back up next time.
Yay!
We did it!
We did it! We didn't die. This guy's got. We didn't
We
TPK.
came really close.
Really close.
I'm starting to get trauma here.
Oh my gosh, forget guys, things are heating up. So thank you everybody for coming and watching and listening if you're doing so. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe and put in the comments what you think we're gonna do next. Do you think we're gonna make it through this campaign, or do you think we'll TPK? Or at least partially. Some of us aren't gonna make it out alive. I also stream on Twitch at thenerdyguineapig, and fayebaae, the lovely fayebaae, who is like right up there, also streams on Twitch. Both of our links are in the description. Mod should probably stream on Twitch, but Mod does not. And if you want to see more D&D content, please let us know so we can make more of these. It was super.
Let me know in the comments if you want me to stream on Twitch.
Yes, put it in the comments if you want Mod to start streaming on Twitch too. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.